Hi everybody, this is going to be a soft spoken ASMR story time. And before I get started, check out my nails. Isn't that pretty cool? How it goes with my hair. So yes, this is going to be a story time about how I use my sacral response, like how I have my sacral response question videos. Check those out. How I use my sacral response, my gut, in real time. Okay, so let's just get into the story. So, basically, yeah, by the title or whatever title I choose to use, but I turned down like 120K plus a year opportunity because of my gut. All because of my gut, and I know y'all thinking like, why would you do that? But here's the thing, like anybody who is like ever been in the workforce, or it doesn't even have to be workforce, just like, you've been working for a while, maybe you work your way up or something like that, and you've come across opportunities that it offered money, but you wasn't willing to do the work, or you wasn't willing to go with what was being like offered. So okay, so basically, let's start this off with, I was looking forward to being free. And when I mean free, living in a way where I can have full time autonomy. And relating that to human design, when you have a defined spleen, one of those things that you get excited about, or a reason why you need to be going after something, it needs to be because of, you have autonomy, you have time autonomy, and I specifically have a defined spleen in human design. And so, to get into it, I was like, okay, well, I currently, was, because I'm going to say past it, was in a situation where, I'm wasn't the most, I didn't own my time pretty much, literally working like all these hours. And even though, people on the outside looking in may be like, oh, like she's doing really, really good. And the whole time I'm like screaming inside, because I'm like, as a generator, yeah, like I have all this energy to give, to use, but if it's consistently being used in a way that's like draining, eventually that's going to catch up. And so, I wanted to step into being like free. And so after I started getting into the mindset of, oh, I want to step in and just, be truly free, you know, I started attracting things to respond to. Because when you're a generator, if you're a generator, you don't necessarily have to manifest. Like, I know I just did a video on like the Dr. X manifesting visualizing method, which I feel like works, because I mean that's how some of y'all showed up here. Hey, how you doing? But we literally draw things to us to respond to. Like, one of the people that I did get a human design analysis from to read my personal design, she said that generators were very, 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 very powerful. Very powerful. That we don't even have to go necessarily look for these opportunities. Like, granted, use your common sense, but I don't know if I can stress this enough, how amazing this is. Like, you could be a generator and not even know that you had, like, you was just thinking about something that you wanted, and you literally draw like opportunities to you, or just little things to you, and you take that for granted because you don't even know that you have that kind of power. But anyways, so I wanted to be free, And so as far as like, have time autonomy when it came to just my overall lifestyle more. And being aware that I was a generator, I wound up attracting something to respond to. Okay? So, I attracted this opportunity that I had the money to invest in, okay? It was very easy. It was something I was already like a kind of a little experienced in, if you will. And I had the energy to do it and get it done. But I'm not going to lie. The person that was offering the opportunity, I ain't gonna lie, it felt a little off. And I'm not gonna go into specific detail because I don't want y'all to be like, are you talking about this? I don't want you to. But but I'll just say that I don't know. I'm not saying nothing against that particular person who offered the opportunity. But I just felt like something just felt off, and I felt it in my gut. And logically, when I say this opportunity was like, particularly for me, was like easy. It was like just right in my hand, just right in my hand. And the way that I was going to get access, easy access to like, to draw people to me to like help or whatever, and have help with that, and and just logically with me wanting to have time autonomy, and this also came with time autonomy. Excuse me, I dropped the paper. I will not be editing this. But just logically it made sense. It's like, why would you not take this? You said that you wanted to be free. You said that you wanted to like be able to like be able to move around like you want to, and still be like financially like be able to be okay, because with the times that we're living in, you want to be more smarter with how you're moving, you know what I'm saying? But with my 2-4 profile, or like not even just 2-4 profile, I think it's because of my color 5 in human design or something like that. Or is it me having a 4? I don't know. But something about in my human design, I need to make sure that I have the money is there before I move to something else, or I need to just have something in place, or something that I'm clear about before I just move on all willy-nilly, right? And so this was this particular opportunity was going to be that thing, logically it made sense, but something that fell off. So everything, so getting back into it, so I was about to like officially like apply for this position, which it was just like a paywall with this particular thing, okay? And so everything looked good. I was like, reading, I was like, oh my gosh, like this looks like this is something for me. And everything looked good, and but my gut was still like, and I was like, I'm just gonna ignore that because this opportunity is too good. Shut up. Then something told me to go look at the terms and conditions. I went to go look, and I scrolled, and I was like, everything looks normal to me. And then it mentioned something about something in it where it's like, it was kind of saying in so many words in legal terms that if you associate yourself with this, like you on your, I guess on your personal pages or on your what is it, personal pages, what's that other thing, or like your platforms or whatever, like you have to be like pretty much squeaky clean. Now in the back of my mind, I automatically was like, my gut was automatically like screaming no. My my gut was screaming no, y'all. And mind y'all, this was like 120K plus a year opportunity. Okay. But see, not only just 120K plus, but actually doing something that I really was interested, or like I was, felt like I would do this for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it for free because it's actually valuable, but I would do it for free. And my gut was screaming no, because I didn't like that. Because when I read that, basically, like, yeah, if you associate yourself with this, like, you can't be associated with any, like, I get it, like, any, like, bad or horrible stuff. But, like, they were saying, like, oh, you can't be sensual or anything that's, like, suggestive. And I was like, well, what if I have an OnlyFans? What is that? How is that y'all business? Now, granted, I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't plan on having an OnlyFans. But when I used to like make music or whatever, back in the day, like it was the times. Okay, we like just think of like the subjects of like Cardi B songs, or maybe even Nicki Minaj songs or Lil Kim songs. Okay, like I would make music and just having fun. Not saying that I was really living that in real life, but when you're young, what do? You do young stuff, right? In my early 20s, okay? So, and I'm like, even though I don't have an OnlyFans, like, if I choose to have an OnlyFans and do that on the side outside of this, what does that have to do with y'all? And then I thought about how the same people that are like in the same field, or like kind of like in that same arena, who I know that they're out here doing this, they're out here doing really well for themselves. They're actually like a role model, but they're still like able to be their own person. They still have self autonomy, where they can get on, like connect with other people, and get on and connect with other people, and they can fully be themselves and talk about grown stuff, because they grown on their own platforms, and still be good at the services that they give to people, because they're just able to just fully be themselves, and a well-rounded person, and a person that is give themselves room for growth, because their tribe, or the people that you know I guess that they work with or that they serve, like they understand. So I felt like, why would I link with this particular opportunity, and y'all literally acting like a regular corporate job? It's like I might as well be at a corporate job. Like, and I'm so glad, because I was sold. I was like, oh, okay, I'm about to sign up for this. Let's get it going. I was ready. I was like, oh yes, I cannot wait. But then they're like, you can't say certain things. You can't whatever. And I get it. Like being online and stuff, like, you know, it's okay to like be more considerate in the way that you say things sometimes. Granted, I still think that people have a right to have their opinions, and even if they did have like a different opinion from back then, or they said something stupid, I think people, especially if they were young, oh my god, people should be allowed to grow. Hi y'all, so this is me cutting in because the audio starting messing up, so let me just continue what I was trying to say. What I was saying is what if I did have an OnlyFans? Now, disclaimer, I don't have an OnlyFans as far as like me posting on there. I don't plan to post like sensual stuff on there. But it's like the principle of things. And nothing against people who do like OnlyFans, or like, because we know what OnlyFans is about, okay? But it's about the principle. It's like, what if I just wanted to be myself, you know? Like, let's say that the people that I connect with, like, I don't got time for people going, like I'm helping people and I'm being myself, and not saying that I'm not going to keep it professional or that, I swear or that I'm just going to be unprofessional, but I don't got time for somebody going back and reporting and being like, "Oh, like she was being like extra ghetto," or like I really like the vibe was like just not giving to somebody that think that they over me and think that they can just revoke something from me because I'm genuinely being myself, versus if I'm helping somebody and let's say that they don't vibe with me, they can't be like they can be like, "Oh, like I didn't like whatever service, so I'm just whatever, like I'm just gonna go about my day," versus somebody feeling like they got some sort of power over me or something like that, if that makes sense. Because yeah, I am gonna keep it professional with whoever I help. But it's like it's the principle. I know people who are out here doing very well for themselves, millionaires, okay, who get to be themselves, and they're in a position where they're not restricted, even with the people that they're helping. Like, you know, I've gotten services from people where they were like not cursing up a storm, but they were swearing here and there because that's just a part of who they are. But I tell you one thing, whatever they was helping me with, it got me the results that I wanted, and I was very appreciative of that, and I admire people like that. So I was very excited for this opportunity. So when it fell through because of the terms and conditions, it felt like something just slipped away from me, because I literally been trying, not trying, but like looking forward to pulling like an opportunity, particularly like this, towards my way. And so now that that opportunity has closed, because the deadline like is already like, for being a part of that has already closed. Um, when the fact that I listened to my gut to not go through with it, I actually like once it closed, or yeah, like I said, the deadline, I felt relief. And I'm glad that I listened to my gut. I don't know if anybody else personally have been through this, even without knowing about human design, where logically it makes sense to do it, but your gut is yelling and telling you no, and you actually listen to your gut, and even though it logically still makes sense, but you feel relief, and sometimes you may feel like weird about it because you're like, why am I feeling relief for something that logically makes sense to do, but because I didn't do it, I feel relief. It's so crazy, y'all. um but it's because I value my freedom of expression, or like my freedom to be me, my time, over just having money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody else can feel me on that, but if you can feel me, you feel me, okay? Um, you know, and plus I don't shame people who have their own perspectives of what freedom means to them. So people may look at this logically and be like, "Oh my God, why would you turn away?" I don't like. I wouldn't turn away 120K plus a year to do something that I love just because of some terms and conditions. But y'all, like, sometimes it's about what freedom means to you. And freedom means to me, like, I don't want to be restricted like that ever again. And I'm not going to. And so my gut, my gut literally said no to that 120K a year opportunity. And you see this with people in tech too. Like, I've seen people who have 250K a year jobs, and you thinking, oh my goodness, all you have to do is work remote and show up, and it really is an easy job, but deep down inside it's killing them. Or, can I say that? It's billing them. but deep down inside it's really hurting their heart, it's really hurting their soul. And that's why you see people who leave jobs like that, and sometimes they'll take even lesser pay and be happier. Now, I'm not saying, don't use your common sense and don't have like a safety cushion or have like a plan for yourself, but also have a plan for your happiness too, for your joy, for your highest bliss, for your highest good. And it just made me realize my seriousness about how I would like to be free. You get what I'm saying? So what I got from this is that, especially if you're into human design, to trust your gut, sacral manifesting generators and generators. I'm a pure generator. And another thing is gut over logic. Like, yes, use your common sense. Duh, you might have to revise. I don't know, like common sense, y'all, okay? But for me personally, like, if my gut is telling me, yes, it's a yes. If it's saying no, it's a no. And that less doesn't necessarily mean bad. But y'all have a good one, and peace out.